Hi, it's Jan Risher at The Advocate and the Times-Picayune, and I'm here to talk about my column in this week's paper. And once again, it is about, or at least it starts about, my fire that we had in August that burned our house down. And if you are tired of hearing about it, trust me, I'm tired of living it. But we're finally making some progress, and there's momentum happening with the rebuild, and I can see it. I can see what the house we're going to eventually have. Sometimes when I'm visiting our house, I stand in the kitchen and try to envision what it will be like, hopefully later this year, whenever things are finished and I'm cooking dinner and family and friends are there laughing and chatting. It reminds me, when I'm standing in those walls that are just nothing but studs right now, of when I was 10 years old and I used to ride my bike with my friends through neighborhoods in our little town, and we felt like it was our responsibility to go around and check on all the houses that were being built, like on a daily basis. Now, as an adult, I realize I probably visited these homes more than the people who were actually building and would eventually live there. It was so much fun, and I have been grateful lately for that experience because I realized how much I learned about architecture and construction from spending so much time on construction sites, which reminded me of Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers said, "Children's play is not just kid stuff." He talked about the importance of keeping alive the healthy interest of our youth as we become adults. And rebuilding our house has been a little bit about that, going back to childhood and remembering seeing those houses take shape. I went around the newsroom today and I asked different reporters and editors, what were they like? What did they enjoy doing when they were 10 years old? And every single one of them talked about either riding their bikes or going out in the woods, building forts. One of them was about living on a canal, taking her pirogue out with her friend. They all had this little Tom Sawyer spirit to them. And it made me think and smile about envisioning the 10-year-old selves of these people who I work with as the adults that they became. And wanted to say thank you to those 10-year-old kids for all the things that they learned and the adventures that they took. And even wanted to say thank you to my 10-year-old self for the things that I learned and the adventures I took. I don't know why this makes me emotional, but it does. So my question is, what about you? What were you like as a 10-year-old? What did you love to do? What made you feel like time just wasn't passing because you were so immersed in something? Tell me about it down below. There's a link for the whole column too.